Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's Aspiring Angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today. I've received some new information about the woman who alleges she was hit in the face with a brick after she refused to give a black man her phone number. Now, it turns out that this woman is not a foundational black American woman at all. No, she's a Somali woman, and this entire incident took place in Somalia, and it took place after this woman allegedly got in the face of a Somali man by slapping him in the face. Now, this is not the first time this Somali woman has gone out here and participated in this kind of incident. No, it's alleged in several other videos presented on social media that she has slapped other men in the face, including a white man, and after participating in slapping these men in the face, she then goes out here and in one video goes out here and twerks afterward. And this woman basically looks like one of these women who I call a crap starter. And it's looking like from the evidence in the videos, she was the one who was looking to start some crap with the man in Somalia. And as she was looking to start some crap with this man, she basically wound up in a situation where this man wasn't looking to put up with her nonsense, and this is how this woman wound up getting hit in the face with a brick. Now, what was really telling about that video that she presented that was viral to me in the beginning was the fact that after being allegedly assaulted, this woman did not take out her phone to go out here and take a picture of a license plate of the man she alleges drove away and try to get his license plates for the police so that they could arrest him. No, what this woman did was go out here and take out her phone, and as she took out her phone, she framed herself in a shot, and as she framed herself in a shot standing behind some black men, wanted to make all of those Somali black men look like the bad guys by saying that they didn't go out of their way to protect her. Moreover, what she wanted to do was make this narrative around how this is related to foundational black American men, basically looking to try to get clicks and views at the expense of foundational black Americans and the gender war going on in black America, and wanting to go out here and make foundational black Americans look like the bad guys, and wanting to make heterosexual foundational black American men look like we are not ones actively out here looking to protect black women. That's what this foreign-born bootlick was looking to do, looking to go out here and malign the name and reputation of foundational black American men, trying to make it look like she was the victim of some violence perpetrated by foundational black American men, and wanting to go out here and frame a narrative that heterosexual black men are brutes, showing me that many of these foreign-born blacks really aren't allies to foundational black Americans. No, there are some out here who basically want to separate themselves, and they hope to go out here by using that separation to go out here and create strife in the black community, because that's what this entire video was all about, trying to make it look like black men were these brutes who go out here looking to perpetrate violence on black women. And this woman basically wanted to call herself misrepresenting herself as a black woman, trying to go out here and capitalize on the demonization of black men that has gone on with the gender war. So this woman was basically an opportunist looking to go out here and frame a narrative around black people, and this is something that is quite dangerous, and it's quite dangerous because here we have a woman going out here saying she was hit in the face with a brick, and many media outlets, including a mainstream ones like Newsweek, picked up on this story. And as they picked up on this story, they wanted to go out here and believe that this was an actual crime being perpetrated, when in actuality it was a stunt perpetrated by an alphabet feminist in an effort to demonize heterosexual black men as violent brutes, and trying to demonize heterosexual black men as the perpetrators of violence against women. Now, this Somali woman wanted to go out here and make this narrative around heterosexual black men, trying to present, again, heterosexual black men as violent black brutes. And what she wanted to do was go out here and instigate an incident that could have led to an innocent black man basically winding up in a situation where he could be either racially profiled by police or be winding up being targeted by police for a crime that did not happen. That is what this woman basically was doing, in addition to maligning the image and reputation of black men. And she wanted to go out here and try to frame a narrative around black men not protecting black women, when in actuality she was the instigator of this violence. Moreover, she was the instigator of looking to malign the image and reputation of black men. And this woman basically looked to instigate a situation that would have led to somebody basically winding up getting jammed up as related to this whole narrative of protecting women. Now, the whole thing regarding protection of women, it has been changed due to feminists like this, and it was changed because many of these women said that they were strong and independent and did not need a man. And it's clear from the way this woman lied, many men are going to be more apprehensive about looking to protect a woman in the future, because trying to protect a woman when you don't have all of the facts could lead to that man basically putting his life in jeopardy. And that's the reason why many men in this era of Me Too have started to keep their distance from women, because in this era of Me Too, due to the conviction that was overturned with Bill Cosby, we're still under the standard of trust and believe. And if you trust and believe the word of a lying woman, you could possibly wind up losing your freedom and possibly losing your life. And this is the main reason why many men do not want to go out here and protect women who are not submitted to their authority, because those men understand that if they get involved with that woman, in the worst case scenario, they could wind up either dead or arrested on charges for defending a woman. And they understand that they cannot protect any woman who is not submitted to them, because there is too much for them to lose. This is why men don't want to so-called protect women, because women like this go out here and tell lies. And as they tell lies, guys who go out here and play the white knight basically put themselves in a dangerous situation, where if they go out here and stand up for that woman, they could wind up being bent over in a prison cell by Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles, and wind up with their backsides being traded for Little Debbie snack cakes, Raymond noodles, packets of Crystal Light drinks, packets of Taster's Choice coffee, off-brand lemon cookies, off-brand chocolate cookies, off-brand duplex cookies, off-brand vanilla cookies, snack pack puddings, Kit Kat candy bars, and honey buns. And many of those men realize that if they've got a good job and a good life, they don't want to sacrifice that life for a complete stranger, because they could basically wind up losing everything in the worst case scenario, with criminal charges putting down on them for assault or first or second degree murder or manslaughter, or in the worst case scenario of all, they could wind up dead at the hands of another man. And in that whole situation, it would be an insult to injury, because that woman would, in the case of the criminal charges, testify against him. And in the other case, the woman would basically go back to whatever man she was having an issue with. So most men don't want to get involved in these situations, and they don't want to get involved in these situations because they have too much to lose, and because they have too much to lose, they don't want to go out here and so-called protect women who instigate situations, because the ultimate protection for some of these women is to not go out here and instigate situations like this woman did. Because with this woman slapping men and starting with men, she basically was the catalyst for whatever alleged assault took place. Because if she's putting hands on a man has a right to go out here and defend himself. And when a man defends himself, she cannot go out here and play the victim. No, you cannot go out here and play a victim when you are the one instigating the violence. If you are the one instigating the violence on that man, you can't turn around and make yourself into a victim. And this whole situation basically shows me how this woman really doesn't understand the entire concept of protection, because she's extremely immature, because only an extremely immature woman is going to go out here and look to instigate violence like some sort of junior high school child. Now, this goes back to a talking point I made in my book, Why 70% of black women are single, that many of these women are stuck in a state of arrested development. Many of these feminist indoctrinated women like this are stuck in a state of arrested development, where they are at a mental age of about from 12 to 16 years old. And because they're at a mental age of 12 to 16 years old, they do not have the mental or emotional maturity to understand that in order to get protection, one, you need to show respect to a man by doing unto him what you would want done unto you, by not going out here and violating his personal space by putting hands on him. And two, you would understand that if you're out here and you want protection, that protection comes under conditions. Now, the protection of a man in modern feminist society, in this era of Me Too, comes under conditions. And even in pre-feminist America, it came under conditions. And those conditions were, one, a man would be able to correct a woman for her behavior, and two, she would submit to the authority of those men, and three, she would show those men respect. And under those conditions, a woman would receive protection from men because she is showing respect for men by not going out here and instigating incidents to put that man's life at risk. Two, she's taking correction from men by going out here and listening to their instructions and following the lead of those men. And three, she is submitting to the authority of those men by acknowledging that they are her leaders, and four, she will get protection if she meets the conditions of those terms. Now, if she meets the conditions of those terms, she will be afforded protection. And again, that protection is a privilege. It is not something that is given to a woman because she is born female, because only beta males and simps give protection to women who have not earned that privilege. And that was shown to most foundational black Americans with all of the white females who got protection, that led to the deaths of black people in incidents like Rosewood and Black Wall Street. Those entire black towns were destroyed by groups of simps who would go out here and take the word of a woman who instigated an incident, and after taking the word of this woman, they would go out here and retaliate against black people. This is why any smart, foundational black American man does not trust and believe the word of a woman. No, he doesn't trust the word of a woman and believe what she says, because when a man goes out here to do this, to so-called defend the honor of a woman, he often goes on a kamikaze mission to defend the honor of a dishonorable woman who is going out here instigating situations because she can't get attention and get her needs met by men. Now, the main reason why this woman went out here and instigated this incident is because she's not only a feminist and a member of the alphabet community, but she's also a single mother, and this single mother basically knows that she's a bust down and she can't get the attention of men out here anymore. And because she can't get the attention of men out here anymore, what she does is go out here and look to participate in juvenile behavior, such as looking to put hands on men, and looks to put those hands on men to try to get reactions out of those men. Now, the smart men who know how to navigate through their emotions, while they may feel slighted about this woman putting hands on them, won't escalate things because they want to maintain their intangibles like their freedom. Other men who are out here, they may get angry and again look to put hands on this woman, and what they don't know is that they're being baited into a trap, because that's what this woman was looking to do, was bait a guy into a trap with this entire incident. And then after she baits the guy into a trap, she goes out here and tells a lie that she was hit in the face with a brick after this guy didn't give him her phone number. This is the type of incident, again, that women like Carolyn Bryant Donham instigated as related to the murder of Emmett Till. And this is the type of stunt that they pull that basically leads to a guy basically putting his life in danger, because what this woman is doing is looking to pull a crap test in order to see what type of reaction she can get. And the smart men who she was trying to shame did not ever look to lay a hand on this woman, because they were smart enough to understand they had more to lose, because women like this, again, look to instigate incidents, and they look to instigate incidents because these women know that they can't get attention from men because they are difficult, disrespectful, out of pocket, and out of control. And because these women are difficult, disrespectful, out of pocket, and out of control, no man wants to deal with them, because most men want to deal with women whose behavior they can control, because as leaders they want to make sure that that woman submits to them so that they can give them protection. But a man can't give protection to an out-of-pocket, out-of-control woman. And this woman basically knows that she is out there all alone. So she knows that she can't get attention from men. So this is why she participates in this juvenile and just crazy behavior. And then as she participates in this behavior, what she wants to do is make herself to be the victim, when she is the one who is the perpetrator. And she's the perpetrator because she is the one who's feeling insecure about not being able to get the attention from men. Now, she says she's a member of the alphabet community, but why is she out here looking for the attention of men, going to get the attention of men? Critical question I have to ask. And the reason why she wants to get the attention of men is because she herself, again, feels inadequate without a man to cover her. And she doesn't, and she can't, now she knows she can't get a man to cover her. This is why she wants to go out here and try to find some way to get attention from men. But the best thing for men to do with this kind of woman is to just leave her out there, leave her to her choices, leave her to her fate. She is the sum of all of her bad choices, and any smart man out here would leave her to be the sum of her choices. She's the one who get out here and look to disrespect men, and since she has no respect for men, she's just going to be out there because, again, a man's support and protection come with her, one, looking to follow the lead of a man, her looking to go out here and take guidance and correction from a man, her looking to submit to the authority of a man, and her respecting the authority of a man, and her cooperating with the men who are a part of God's order. Again, protection comes on conditions, and if the woman doesn't want to submit to the terms and conditions presented by a man and collective of men, then she does not get or receive any protection, and she's out there on her own. in the Badlands of Bust Downtown, and whatever happens to that woman happens to that woman, because that is an example that women in the collective send to that woman, and that's what those women do, because they understand that if they want protection from those men, they will respect the authority of those men. These are the unwritten social rules that have been around since the beginning of time, and women who are out here being disrespectful, rude, out of pocket, and out of control were left to their own devices and their own fates, and usually those women were basically going out here and just dealt with like that. Most men did not argue with these women or get into it with those women, and even as they shamed them, those men maintained resolve, and that's what we saw in that Somali area. Those men basically said that if this woman is disrespectful, whatever happens to her, and they're not the bad guys, because this woman instigated an incident, and she instigated an incident outside of the collective of those men. And if you instigate an incident and do not respect the collective of men, those men have no reason to protect you the way they would a submitted sister who is meeting the terms and conditions of the men would receive that protection. But when you are an out-of-pocket hyena who is just acting wild, whatever happens to you, and you cannot twist it around to make yourself to be the victim when you yourself are the perpetrator. And that's what was happening here again and again. This woman was acting just like many other white women, like Carolyn Donham, who instigated the murder of Emmett Till, and the white women who went out here and destroyed black towns like Black Wall Street and Rosewood. And she is no different than those white women. This foreign-born Somali woman is no different, and she shows how, again, she just was looking to take advantage of this situation and make it about black men. And that's where I have to, again, come out here with this video, because she wanted to make it look like she was a black woman. But the whole thing is that she was looking to demonize the black men in America and make us to be the bad guy, when in actuality, she is a perpetrator of violence. And again, she is the one who needs to be held accountable. And that's something we need, that I was glad to see more people do. And as I got new information, I want to hold this woman accountable, and I've held her accountable, because again, in this feminist society, these are the same women who say they want equality. Well, in an equal society, women are held equally accountable. And if you're out of pocket and you're going to go out here and participate in equal actions to go out here and attack people, then you've got to deal with the equal consequences. And the equal consequences for this woman are that she needs to be held accountable, and she also needs to be held accountable for going out here and demonizing the image of heterosexual black men. Now, if you want to learn more about why feminist indoctrinated black women like this will remain single for the rest of their lives, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find that book at other online booksellers like Smashworthy, iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to learn more about why feminist indoctrinated women are winding up on a road to dysfunction, where they are just participating in behaviors like this, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And you can also find that book at other online booksellers like Smashworthy, iBookstore, Google Play, Walmart, and Target. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can send a donation to the PayPal, the Patreon, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. If you're interested in making six figures, then check out Ron Armstrong's 6-Figure PM program. In just 6 short weeks, you'll be trained to become a digital project manager, where you'll learn to build websites, apps, social media campaigns, and digital games. Best of all, you'll be the boss and manage your own team. No coding experience is required, and once you complete the program, you'll receive help in finding your first 6-figure job. The fee for the program is extremely affordable, so check it out now at www.thesixfigurepm.com. Classes are starting soon, so you want to enroll as soon as possible. Now available in paperback. From the author of the critically acclaimed book, The Man Crisis, comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback at Amazon.com and online booksellers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.